Here's what the Premier League table looks like. You can see 3 through 6 separated by just 6 points. Manchester United in there at 6. They'll face Brighton on Tuesday. Stevie and Frank still with us. Stevie, it looks like the duo up top, Anthony Martial and Marcus Rashford, has been the go-to pairing for Manchester United in league play. Why do you think it's working so well?
Well, I think it's working so well because you've got two players that have great ability and two players that have missed a lot of this season, certainly before the pandemic, but are now back, particularly Rashford. So you've got two hungry young men with ability, and they're getting after it. And they've also got a player in Fernandes behind them who can supply them with ammunition. Now, as great as these two could be as a pair, I still have question marks over certainly Martial and that pairing. Yes, he scored a hat-trick recently, but again, almost every time you think this is it, this guy's going to produce every single time he steps on the field, he lets you down. And I still have that feeling that he may let you down. So as great as they potentially can be, yes, they're good, but they should be better consistently.
Frank, like Stevie says, when it comes to Martial, it's always about consistency. Do you think at this point in his career he's going to find it?
Hopefully, yes. I mean, I think he became more mature, but now we don't know if the consistency, is going to be a real tool for him. It has to be because I mean, it's how you judge a player and a striker, especially when he keep on scoring and scoring. What it can go also for Rashford, where I don't think he was more consistent than Martial, but the pair works very well right now. I think they're both very confident. They look of each other very much. They make some good runs, without the ball, who freed the other one. So it's very interesting what they do together. But it's true, individually, I think they have both to work very much in their consistency and score more goals and appear more as leaders and make sure that the future of Manchester United will depend on the success, and the success means many goals.
Stevie, as we mentioned, Manchester United in 6 trying to get into that top 4. If they are going to make the top 4, who do you think drops out?
Right now, I would probably have to say if either Chelsea or Leicester drop out, it's got to be Leicester. They haven't started particularly well after the long layoff. The squad I don't think is as big as Chelsea's or as good as Chelsea's, and it's probably not as big or as strong as United. So I think Leicester have to start picking up wins. Not just points. I thought if they consistently picked up points, then that would be enough for them to stay in the top 4. But United are looking as though they can go and win games. So I think if any of the two, I'm going to have to go with Leicester.
Frank, are Leicester vulnerable?
Yes, they are. I think Stevie said everything. I mean, they didn't start well after the pandemic. They don't seem to react. We saw quite good first half against Chelsea because Chelsea didn't have the A team, let's say. But when Lampard made some changes for the second half, we saw a different game, and it seemed that Leicester is not as good as it's been like before March, and it's going to be a big problem for them to keep that 3rd place and even the 4th one. So yeah, they might slip out of the Champions League spot. Yeah.
One thing I'd like to mention as well, I think the biggest difference between certainly Chelsea and Leicester and probably Manchester United right now is that Leicester still are playing some good football, getting up towards the final third, but in the final third, they don't look capable. Vardy doesn't look capable. Barnes coming from that wide area that he did certainly before the pandemic was dangerous. So they just don't look as though they've got the goals in them to stay in the top 4. That I think is the biggest difference for me between certainly Leicester and Chelsea.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.